Hello and welcome back to Near Dark Podcast, episode 37. Today is going to be a special of Father's Day with Stepfather II.
From 1989.
I'm here with Josef, Zombie, and I'm pretty sure everyone remembers me, Angel. Hello. So, with that said, how's everyone doing?
I'm doing good.
I woke up like 30 minutes ago, so I haven't really woken up yet. So.
And I myself is doing pretty darn fine. Okay, so recently seen. Joseph, I'm pretty sure you have watched like 50 movies already since last recording. As usually what you do, so you're going last.
Okay.
Rumble, Zombie, have you watched any movies? For once.
No.
This is a...
You know, one of these days you're gonna surprise me with like, yes!
I have
watched
like
two! It's like, damn!
This
watched...
is a great podcast to get recommendations of horror movies, you know?
Movies in general, I would say.
Yeah.
Considering how much Disney I watch. I watched...
Come on my ass.
Yeah. I watched quite a few, actually. Revisited a Disney movie from 1989 that I haven't watched since, at least 10 years. And
Can be more.
it's good. And my boyfriend forced me to watch Fantastic Mr. Fox. And I can't stand stop-motion movies. It was a horror flick for me.
What was the Disney movie you watched?
Oh god, Todd Fox and the Hound.
Okay.
Yeah. However, I did watch, what's it called? Fuck me. I can start off with Escape Room from 2019.
Oh, yeah. What did you think about that one?
I thought it was really good, actually. I liked the major, like, the reasoning behind the movie. I liked that. I liked the rooms. They felt like, the first scene, it caught me so off guard, and it played on my biggest fears. So I'm like, okay, pause movie. I'm gonna go and have an anxiety attack now. So it was good. I liked it.
Which movie?
I liked the twist. Escape Room from 2019. I did watch another horror movie. I just need to go find the name of it.
Escape Room from 2019. When you start to think about the whole movie, it's kind of fucking ridiculous how they managed to pull everything off. But it's a really fun popcorn thrill ride type of movie. It's a lot of fun. I'm actually looking forward to the sequel.
I'm looking forward to the sequel too. It's gonna be interesting seeing like where they're taking the movie.
Yeah.
However,
I hope it gets a theatrical release in Sweden.
I do not agree with you on that. Like, the only thing like I can complain about is that it feels too much like Hostel. In the sense of it's... Honestly, if I continue, I'm gonna spoil the whole movie, and eventually we're probably gonna pick this movie as...
we can take it off air later.
I'm still trying to find it. I did revisit the Men in Black movies.
I've only sseen the two first one. And,
I still love the first one.
I haven't seen them for like 15 years or something.
I still love the first one. The second one is still going strong. The third one is weak, but like the end, the ass is like, man.
Have you seen the latest one, Men in Black International? Or
No,
whatever it's called?
I haven't. But where I watched the other three, they have the fourth one too. So I'm gonna watch it. I was planning on watching it today, but something else came in between.
Okay.
It's gonna be interesting. And the last movie that's an actual horror movie that I watched was Ready or Not from
Oh yeah.
2019.
Was it any good?
I
Mixed.
I had very mixed feelings about it. Yeah. It starts off really good. And I like the idea that it's a horror movie based on hide and seek. I like that.
Okay.
But at about midway towards the end, it starts like going downhill.
Okay.
Which is like, oh, okay, whatever. It feels like a lot of new movies from 2017 to 2020 has like that. It's a strong uphill, like, oh, it's just getting better and better and better and better and better, and then it's like mid to almost end of the movie, it just stoops down and becomes trash.
Okay.
My opinion, really. But yeah, I would recommend watching both Escape Room from 2019 and Ready or Not, even if I thought it was a weak ending. It was still an interesting movie to watch. I like that.
Yeah. I got that one on my to-watch list.
Yeah. And probably, like, it's probably gonna be a movie we pick later to pick apart. It's definitely one of those kind of movies.
Okay.
But with that said, I haven't really watched anything else.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm done. Unless you want me to pick apart like Todd Fox and the Hound.
No,
from this-
we're good. We're good. We're good. The only things I've been watching a lot of action movies. Amongst them, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies. I got some weird.
Wait, did you watch the old ones or the new ones?
I watched all of them.
Ah, okay.
And I also watched the animated one from, I think it came out 2007 or 2008, which is the real fourth entry into the old 90s Turtles movies.
Mm.
And I also watched Turtles Forever, which is I think it's a 20th years and anniversary movie for the Turtles as a franchise. I think it's animated. It's really good. It's one of the best Turtles movies ever made.
Mm.
I also watched the newer ones, which Michael Bay produced as well. I actually enjoy all of them, besides the third entry into the 90s movies. That's fucking terrible. I don't know what the hell they were thinking.
Honestly, I have a really hard time with, the old ones where, I don't know, they just look disturbing. I don't know.
Yeah, they are actors with suits on. That's why they look a bit
Off.
wonky today, with today's
Yeah.
standards.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They're ugly as fuck in the newer movies, but yeah.
Yeah.
They don't look as off.
Besides that, I've been watching. I think it was Lamberto Bava's first giallo from 1983. It's called A Blade in the Dark. It's a completely stupid and ridiculous movie about this movie composer who has rented a large mansion where people starts to get picked off by an unseen killer by a completely ridiculous motive, and it's a really slow movie, and the set pieces are really good. The murder pieces in the movie, and one of them was actually one of the most brutal killings I've ever seen in a movie, I think. But besides that, the whole movie is just completely bonkers and ridiculous. But I think I will pick that one at some point. So I won't go into any much detail about it. But I liked it, but I thought it was a bit uneven, especially in the tempo of the movie. The second horror thing I watched is Dreamaniac from 1986, which is a slasher movie about a hard rocker and part-time Satanist who summons a succubus, and she starts to murder his friends at this sorority house party. I really don't know what the hell I'm gonna say about this one, because it's not a good movie by any stretch of the meaning. And yeah. And, I honestly don't know what I'm gonna say about it, because it's completely ridiculous. It's stupid as hell. It's not very well made. The effects were kinda okay, I guess, for a low budget renter like this. But the acting is awful. The script doesn't make any sense whatsoever. The whole movie is just utter trash. I don't think I'm gonna have any hurry to rewatch it, to be honest.
So it's a B movie.
It's more like a C movie. It's trash on video. The most curious thing with the whole movie is probably that the director directed porn, hardcore porn, before he did this movie. And throughout the 90s he did a lot of softcore porn. I think he made some softcore gay porn as well. So yeah, that's probably the most interesting thing with the entire movie, to be honest.
Because, porn and horror are so interchangeable, so it shouldn't be that hard to make either one, right?
Yeah. Another curious thing is that he directed, I think it came out 87, it's called Creepozoids. It's a sci-fi horror movie. I haven't seen it for over 10 years, but I think I'm gonna pick that one at some point. If I remember correctly, it's really trashy, but it's entertainingly trashy. He also did Sorority Babes in the Slime Ball Bolorama from 88, I think.
That sounds like a really bad porno.
It's not a porno, it's a horror movie.
I'm just stating that the fact that it sounds like a really bad porno.
Yeah, you're correct, I guess.
Yeah, but with the previous statement, it is understandable why it sounds like a porno.
Yeah. And the last thing I'm gonna mention is that I watched 2 episodes of the first season of American Horror Story. I think it's called Murder House.
Yep, first Murder House.
Yeah, I've continued on watching the first season, and my god, is this... At least the first season is fucking bonkers.
Yeah, we're gonna cover American Horror Story in minisodes. We just need to get around to doing it.
Yeah.
But the first season, it's yeah, I don't even know how to describe it.
Have you started season 2 yet?
No, I got I think I got 6 or 7 episodes left of the first season, but it starts off really weird and odd, and it continues on to be weird and odd, and then it gets more weird and odd the longer into this season you get. So yeah,
The thing with it is you kind of need to watch the first season 2 or 3 times to actually take in everything. It took me quite a few watches to actually catch everything and understand what was going on. But also, the longer into the show you get, the more puzzle pieces gets together, and it's like, oh, this was happening.
okay.
However, season 2 is a lot of people's favorites, including mine.
Okay.
It's woof.
I think I got the first 6 seasons on DVD. I might have the 7th as well. I'm not sure, but I got a couple of seasons of this show, so I'm gonna try to plow through them. But yeah, that's everything I got.
Yeah, there's
now.
13 seasons.
There's 13 seasons.
Yeah, but
God.
it's just contracted to be 13 seasons because it's 11 right now.
Okay.
I don't think 11th has aired yet. No, it hasn't.
Okay.
But so 10 seasons so far, with 3
I
coming
think
up.
they've only released 8 seasons in Sweden yet. on
Most
DVD.
likely,
Since I got the first 6 to 7 seasons, I want to watch it on DVD. So I will be picking up the later seasons as well when the price is right.
Yeah, we got the third. No, oh, they have removed it. We have Roanoke called an Apocalypse. That's like season 6, 7, and 8. I want to say on the Swedish Netflix. They had season 1 through 5, I think, for the longest time. But as everything else goes, Netflix is Netflix, and they won't always have everything.
Yeah,
Sucks.
they have to pay for the rights for the seasons. So
Yeah.
and if no one is watching the series, I guess they like, no, why are we gonna put this on here?
When it doesn't show interest at all to people, then they stop paying for the rights.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's 6, 7, and 8, because it's the seasons I have not watched yet. But, like I said, we're gonna cover it in minisodes, and we're gonna do season by season for every episode.
Yeah.
Or no. Yeah, season by season for every episode, so
Yeah.
I just need to kick Rumble's ass into actually watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's everything I got. I got one more, but I'm gonna save that for the next episode.
Gasp.
Cliffhanger. Okay, so with all of that, let's roll the trailer.
Yes. Here is the trailer for Stepfather 2.
Jerry Blake, Henry Morrison, and before them, Bill Crater, they all had something in common. They were all for a time happily married, and they were all the same man. What kind of man changes names like other people change their clothes? Where do your thoughts take you?
There was an accident, kinda.
Just about anything that you'd want in a kitchen has been built in.
Well, my last house had a basement workshop. I like to work with my hands.
Do you specialize in your practice, Gene?
Family guidance types of problems. Where do your thoughts take you?
Phil left a little over a year ago.
He's zeroing in on you, and he's ignoring everybody else.
Dr. Gene Clifford, this is...
Phil Grayland, Carol's husband. Why is he here?
Oh, he wants a second chance.
Why don't you ask Phil to stop by and have a chat with me tonight? I think it's time I cracked open this bottle.
Carol, what exactly do you know about Gene?
That I love him.
Make room for Daddy.
How do I know he won't come back again?
I don't think he'll come back this time.
We're pouring our hearts out to some guy who no one knows diddly about.
Come on, Maddie.
You don't even know if he's a real shrimp. You're nothing! Who the hell are you?
Would you let me tell her?
What are you gonna tell her? More lies?
Carol, I have a confession to make.
She's agreed to become my wife.
You will never find a better family man than me.
Don't tear your dress, sweetheart.
I think we can work this out.
Terry O'Quinn and Meg Foster.
There's something that you should know about my past.
Stepfather II. Daddy is back.
After escaping the insane asylum in which he was incarcerated, Jerry Blake impersonates a marriage counselor and manages to win over a patient and her young son. I'm just looking at IMDb.
Your word is
So-
law, dear host.
Go fuck yourself. Okay, yes, for that Rumble, you're starting.
Actually, for once, I think I can do that. Because
Holy shit!
Plot twist! Oh no, he has evolved! Yeah, go on.
I like it, the start of the movie. I think it started off good, but it felt very boring to me because what this movie didn't have that the first one had was that we didn't know the villain of the story, and that was what made the first movie very good. But in the second one, you know basically what's gonna happen because you know how the villain's mind work. And so
But, I can have to slip in here then, but the name of the movie is Stepfather. So we know that the stepfather is the evil guy.
yeah.
So we know who the villain is.
Yeah,
From the first movie.
yeah, but in that one, it's just you know he is the evil guy, but you don't know what kind he is. Like you realize throughout the movie, he's manipulative. He has a short fuse when it comes to certain people, like that doesn't like family and get in his way, and how when things get out of control, then he easily snaps. Those are crucial moments in the first movie. Like when he questions who he is in that scenario, how he manipulates the daughter to like him more by killing her counselor and whatnot, which are key moments. In the second one, you know he's somehow gonna snap when things go wrong. And that he is a cold-hearted manipulator and are willing to get rid of people that are in his way. And with that in mind, it gets more predictable in a sense, and
Yeah.
just it didn't have the same impact as the first one had.
Yeah. The concept didn't really translate into a second movie.
Yeah. It was good as a first movie and a single movie, but not as a second one.
Yeah.
But then again, I did like the start of the movie with him in the asylum
Yeah.
and kinda his escape. But yeah, so I think it will get like a 3 out of 10 for me this round.
Harsh.
Yeah.
Harsh.
Oof.
So I'm pretty sure Josef has pretty strong opinions about this movie, so I'll start second.
He's gonna fight
I have?
me, I swear.
Yeah. You might be short, but you're a feisty fucker.
Ooh la la.
No.
Stay the fuck away from my friend. It's like, no. Denied. You got Tagger. We have already established this. I thought I like the start. I like the whole concept of him being in an asylum and every like meeting he has with this counselor and stuff like that. I liked that. I liked how he nestled his way into the home of like this vulnerable woman, and this kid and whatever. But it's not a movie I would write home about. It's not a movie I will revisit at any point of time. Cause, nah. I, like Rumble said, for a single movie, it's pretty good. For a sequel, it's not as good. It gets it gets a 2 out of 10.
Oof.
Harsh.
Yeah, but
Harsh, I tell you. Harsh.
Okay, it's me you're talking to.
Yeah.
Okay.
you're the Simon Cowell of this group.
I am what now?
Simon Cowell.
Who the fuck is that?
Britain's Got Talent.
Alright, yeah, that guy, yeah. Yeah, go on.
Okay.
You know Alexander Bard, that guy. But the British version of him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Josef is he's confused. Angel and Rumble used confusion. It was very effectful.
Okay, is it my time to defend this movie then?
I guess.
No. Sorry, guys. We lost connection to Joseph. We will be ending the episode here. Okay, go on.
Okay. I think I actually liked this first sequel more than the original movie. I've seen the third one as well, and I've seen the remake from 2005 as well. I think this might be my favorite out of the franchise.
Yes.
Stepfather 2, it's more silly and stupid, and it leans more into the slasher genre than the first movie, I think. Even though it at times feel like it tries not to do that. I like the fact that they continue on the storyline from the first movie. And I like that Terry O'Quinn is back, reprises his role here, which it does excellent again. And I also find it kind of hilarious that they undo the killing of Jerry in the first movie. You know, when he gets stabbed in the heart and crashes down the stairs, and they're like getting stabbed in the heart and crashing down the stairs. No problem. No one has ever died by getting stabbed in the heart.
Yeah, it's like Jason.
Yeah, it feels a bit like that. They just undo the whole death of him just to make another movie about that character.
Yeah.
When they could have just gone with a entirely new character instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't it like the first movie got them a shit ton of profit, and now they're like, oh, we have to continue on with this concept and this character because that's how we're gonna get even more money out of this franchise.
Yeah. I think the first movie got some pretty decent reviews, and it brought in a pretty profitable amount of money as well, I think. But yeah, the only downside with the movie, I'd say, that there is that the movie feels like I said earlier, like it tries not to be a slasher movie and more of a straight up thriller. Even though it clearly threads the grounds of the slasher movie, and I think that there should have been at least 2 more killings in the movie. It's kind of light on the killings.
Yeah.
And that they should have shown a bit more violence than they did. But But yeah, overall, I think it's a fun, dumb, slasher-esque thriller that works better than the original, at least for me. The acting is better than in the original, and even though the plot is perhaps more stupid than the one in the predecessor, I find it more entertaining and fun. So my rating will be 7.5 out of 10.
Disappointed.
I'm not harsh as you.
Disappointed.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from with that. And at the very least, with the remake of like keeping the villain, they at the very least acknowledged that he kind of died in the first one, kinda by giving him a scar and having him remember it in a way at the start.
Yeah, giving his titties some scars.
Yeah, like not pretending that he didn't get stabbed at all. And depending on how you get stabbed, I guess you can survive. Did they pull out the knife or whatever?
No, they didn't.
That could have been the crucial part.
Yeah, because like if you don't pull it out, there's a possibility to be saved at the hospital because you haven't started losing blood. Because if you pull it out, you're gonna lose quite a lot of blood quite fast.
Yeah.
That's like why they say if you got a wrench through your leg or something, don't pull it out until you're at the hospital because they have the possibility of giving you blood while they remove whatever is sticking through your body that is gonna cause you to lose like 2 liters of blood.
Okay, you guys making me look like a complete idiot here, so shutting you.
I mean, we're just coming at you with facts. Fucking burn.
Yeah, but I still think it's kind of a cheap way to bring Terry O'Quinn back in the sequel.
It is.
And he basically dies, or, well, quote unquote, dies.
In the same manner.
Yeah, in the sequel.
Yeah.
Because he's back in the third one as well. But
that's for next year.
Yeah, it's a different actor in the third one.
Okay.
And there's a ridiculous reason to it as well.
Honestly, like the only one I remember watching is like the remake of the third movie or whatever. Or if it's like the remake had a third following movie or something. So no, I didn't watch like the original one.
Neat.
Yeah, and Josef is like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit.
Yeah, it's like all I remember is a big pool and a fucking girl and some guy and a military.
A big pole?
Are you sure that you weren't watching porn?
Why would I tell you about what kind of porn I'm watching?
All I remember was a big pool, a girl, a guy.
A swimming pool, you fucking jackass!
I heard pole.
Oh. Yeah, I also heard pole.
Okay, that's it.
Wait, what?
We're ending the episode here because these two are jackasses. They will not be.
There's a difference.
What did you guys think about the therapy scene in this one?
I liked it. Unless you mean the one he was holding, then I was just like out weirded.
I mean the therapy scene when the woman tells him about how her husband likes when she hums when she's,
Yeah, giving him a fellatio.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, thing was like, we were watching it together and I'm like, what the fuck is she trying to say? And I'm usually like, I'm usually pretty good with subtitle things like that. And Roman was like, well, trying to explain it in
a PC way.
Yeah, and I'm like, you mean this? And he's like, yeah. And then we unpause the movie and it's like, Aha!
Like we paused the second she was about to explain it.
I
Yeah.
love the expression on Terry Quinn's face when he starts to realize what she means.
Yeah, I could have the same facial there. It's like, right.
I mean, just that scene is so out of place, like what they are talking about.
Yeah.
They're like 6 or 7 women sitting down in the scene. She's, yeah, it's nothing you should or you would talk about in a group session. I mean,
Well.
You speak for yourself.
okay. I don't know how I can respond to that.
It kind of just felt a bit out of nowhere,
Yeah.
considering it didn't really get anywhere other than showing that the stepfather is very bad at innuendos.
I think he is a little bit sexually awkward too, because later in the movie,
Yeah.
he kind of forces himself to actually have sex with this woman.
Yeah, he's
To
very
like keep her.
traditional in his
Oh, yeah.
sense.
Like, I even had sex with you. It's like, yeah, that's a normal thing of being in a relationship. Sorry, not sorry. This is fucking weird.
Yeah.
And Joseph is just like awkwardly sitting here listening to us talk about this.
Like,
we're talking.
Unless you're like very uncomfortable by the idea of intercourse and you do it for the sake of like you want to make your partner happy because they really like it, then it can be like, I even did that with you. Then it would make sense, but it's not that he doesn't want it, it's just he wants to wait for marriage, which makes it a bit silly.
I'm pretty sure he is very asexual and disgusted by the whole thing, to be honest.
But maybe
Yeah, he just want the perfect family.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
basically his
That is
reasoning
life
for
goal.
doing everything.
Yeah.
that kind of like makes sense, which is why he goes for people with children already rather than try and get them himself.
Mm.
Kind of makes sense now.
I like the scene when he's driving around the red Volvo as well on the junkyard, and when he crashed the car, he's like, "You should have bought American."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thinking that the American car would actually have made a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've talked pretty much about what we think about this movie. Like,
I got one last thing. What did you guys think about the therapist he's talking to at the beginning? I actually like that character. I didn't want to see him go. You know.
Yeah, I really like that character too. I liked his way of going about the session and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just makes Jerry look like a bigger asshole than he really is.
Yeah.
I just the one thing I could think of like was how they set up the scene, but other than that, I really like the character because in a like asylum of that kind, you don't have your desk between yourself and like the. You're supposed to have it closer to the door and have the inmate or patient closer to the wall than the door, because in case they go mental. But that, I really like the character and how he honestly, like without really any other intentions than to help him and just trying to make him open up, and how he like genuinely gets happy that he's making steps forward into making him open up about his way of thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it felt genuine.
Yeah. He just wanted to help and to understand.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
And I think it was kind of clever how Jerry got out as well with the whole, he built a house and tricked them.
yeah.
Yeah.
It made you think just how more manipulative he actually is, that he opened up solely for the sake of seeming like he's actually making progress, to let the therapist let his guard down
Mm.
to the point where the guard is actually not in the room even. So yeah, it really shows a great character, but also gives you more insight of how good he is at like planning his way of manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that opening scene.
Yeah, same. So, what do you guys think? Have you picked apart the movie enough?
I don't have anything else to say. I think
No, same here.
I think the climax is kind of good as well when Meg Foster is running away from Terry O'Quinn. They're fighting in the
Wedding room or dinner room?
Dining room.
Dining.
Yeah, the dining room, and that ending shot when he's lying on the floor dying.
But he's really not dying.
No, because he returned in the sequel.
It's a fucking Jason wannabe.
Yeah, but I don't have much else to say about the movie, really.
I don't have anything to say.
No.
Well, let's dive into background stuff.
Yes.
Yes.
The film received mostly negative reviews, variated stated. This dull sequel reduces the interrogation premises of the original Stepfather to a level of inconsequential tongue-in-cheek slasher. I can agree with that. Richard Harrington of the Washington Post wrote that the film was cliche-ridden and lacked the reality-rooted horror that made the original film effective, finishing the review by stating Stepfather 2 is just slick marketing trying to capitalize on unsettling art and failing badly at that. Jan Arbencher of the New York Times stated the movie is nearly sunk by a weak opening sequence set in a mental hospital, thought it picked up once Mr. O'Quinn arrives in Southern California where he impersonates a psychiatrist. It ends abruptly, and the modern little town he infiltrates also lacks the mythic all-American tranquility of the first film's shady, free-lined adventures. So, it looks like the critics agreed with me in Rumble.
You're outnumbered.
Yeah, suck on that. Me and Zombie.
Like I'm always am.
Yes, because Augie is not here.
Yeah, Augie would side with me on this one. I'm sure about it.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Zombie, do you have anything?
Let me check that.
Well, I know you got something, but
if it is the things you sent me, then yes, I do.
Wait, Joseph sends us information behind the scenes?
We have ways of
I didn't
communication
know.
other than recording. My God.
My whole life is a lie. Anyways, go on.
One of the production and distributor companies of the movie were Millimeter Films, which was a subdivision of Miramax Films for releasing obscure B-movies and art house films. Founded and owned by Harvey and Bob Weinstein.
Weinstein.
Perfect. After a test screening of the film, studio executives Harvey and Bob Weinstein complained about the lack of blood and demanded reshots. Jeff Burr, the director, refused, and director Doug Campbell was hired to do the reshots. In an interview, Burr commented, "They cut a little bit of the film out, and they added some badly done blood effects. Badly done, because Terry O'Quinn refused to do it. Really, they were meaningless, and that was so irritating." No, so that was irritating. Habla English. Stepfather II was originally intended to be released direct to video. However, the producers were impressed enough with the sequel that it was released into theaters. The film was given a limited release theatrically in the US by Millimeter Films in November 1989. It grossed about a few numbers, which I don't know how to...
520,000.
Perfect. Just put that where I talk. Domestically at the box office. Just like cut it so it sounds like I'm saying it with your voice.
So it grossed $1,520,000 domestically. About that number.
Yeah, at the box office.
Yeah. Okay, I got a couple of things about the actors here.
First, though, feels good, man, that for once I wasn't the one that couldn't read while doing the background.
You know, we switch it up here once in a while, you know, keeping it guessing on who's gonna do what badly.
Yeah. That's how we roll here on the NDP podcast.
Keep the audience guessing.
Okay, prior to Stepfather II, scriptwriter John Auerbach worked as a sound editor and assistant sound editor on a couple of things. Among them 2 episodes of the horror anthology series Tales from the Dark Side. He also directed an episode in 2 other horror anthology series. One in the short-lived series Terrorvision, and one in Monsters. Monsters were a series I actually watched as a kid. It was like a B-grade version of Tales from the Crypt, sorta. We mentioned in the first Stepfather episode, and I had to go back and check our notes on that one. We did... The Stepfather episode we did, that Terry O'Quinn appeared in a bunch of TV series, such as Lost and Hawaii Five-0. But he also appeared in Amityville, A New Generation from 1993, The X-Files from 1998, the first theatrical X-Files movie, that is. And he also appeared in one episode of Tales from the Crypt. And I actually remember that episode, which he appeared in. Prior to Stepfather II, Meg Foster, the woman who played Carol, Jerry's love interest, appeared in one episode of the 80s version of The Twilight Zone, Masters of the Universe from 1987 with Dolph Lundgren, Frank Langella, and Courtney Cox. And she also appeared in Leviathan from the same year as Stepfather, which is 1989, with Peter Weller, Richard Crenna, Ernie Hudson, and Daniel Stern. And she went on to appear in Rob Zombie's 2 movies, The Lords of Salem from 2012 and 31 from 2016. And she also appeared in Jeepers Creepers 3 from 2017. John Brandis, who played the boy Todd, went on to appear in The Neverending Story 2, the next chapter from 1990. And the same year he also appeared in the It miniseries as young Bill.
Nice.
And I got a short snippet here about Mr. Brandis, and it states, after his career stalled for a bit, he was apparently hoping his role in the series 2002 Bruce Willis war drama Heart's War would relaunch his career. However, most of his scenes ended up being cut from the finished film. Apparently, that hit him hard, and Brandis fell into a deep depression in which he would drink heavily. On November 11th, 2003, Brandis was found hanged in the hallway of his Los Angeles apartment. He was transported to Cedars Sinai Medical Center, and he died the following day due to the injuries sustained from the hanging. He was 27 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. But what you gonna do?
Yeah.
And the very last thing I got here is, prior to Stepfather II, Carolyn Williams, who played Mattie, the friend of Carol, appeared in probably her most iconic role as Vanita, quote-unquote, Stretch Brock in Tobe Hooper's 1986 follow-up, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. After Stepfather II, she went on to appear in Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 from 1990. But she only had a small uncredited role as a reporter. She also appeared in Leprechaun 3 from 1995, How the Grinch Stole the Christmas from 2000 with Jim Carrey. She had a small role as Tiny Woman, whoever that is.
The Who's are like the people there.
Okay.
I heard the Tiny Ovo woman.
Tiny Who Woman. She also appeared in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 from 2009, Hatchet 3 from 2013, Tales of Halloween from 2015, and Sharknado 4, The Fourth Awakens from 2016. And that is everything we got of background, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Someone has an elephant walking over them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop feeding the
Such a
elephants,
fact.
zombie.
Huh?
Stop feeding the elephants, zombie.
Never.
But yeah, with that, I think we're actually kind of done. So,
Yes.
what we're gonna play out with?
Okay, so I couldn't really come up with anything else, so I went with Stepfather 2 main theme, which was composed by Jim Mancy and Pat Regan.
Nice.
Yes.
And so, Joseph, your pick is the next pick.
Yeah, we made a boo-boo on the last episode and mentioned what my pick would be, and it will be The Curse from 1987.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all we got for this time. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Yeah.
And we will see you in the next episode.
Yes, bye-bye. Thanks for
Bye.
listening.
Thank you for listening. Hope to hear from you in the next episode.
Thanks for listening, and if you really enjoy us, consider actually subscribing, so you actually get to see whenever we post next time.
Yeah.
That too.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
And follow us on Twitter.